Abusua Bible say mubehu nokre no na nokre no bema wadem ho. Eno ne say you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Abusua yenhwe video we amra sisi a emfiri yesofo panyin bi ho ne nsem bi a ode atodwa concerning titan.
When it is tithes day and you come with an envelope and what you are putting in is not a tenth, you cannot call it a tithe. So if you are giving less than the tenth, you cannot name it a tithe because the tithe is a tenth. You understand? So you have put in something, but you didn't give a tithe. You can give more than the tithe and say that, God, this is my tithe. But if you don't give the tithe and you give something less, you can't name it a tithe. Have I communicated? Fine. Listen. Ever since we stopped, you started chopping the tithes of God. So we see that, yeah. Ujaya ebebwa. Ujaya ebebwa. O stati ya minchia tithes minibi inti minchia unsi dai. You see, the issue of Malachi was that they had returned from exile and they were still trying to fix themselves. So you can excuse them for not paying the tithes. But when they were hard pressed, God said, hey, tithes. Whether you have plenty or not, you are not excused from paying the tax. No matter how little, once your tax is your tax, you have to pay your tax. So once your tax is your tax, you can't say that I don't have plenty. No, you have to pay your tax. But you see, what God looks for is our faithfulness. Let's all try to be faithful, and God will also prove himself very faithful to all of us.
Abusua asem ni nyina no we sofo panyin bi a owo Ghana man krom ha na ne nsem no ka nyina ne say titan. Yes, titan. And say oye Kristo ni na say bosome so a ye free bi 1/10, that is wadwuma waye wakatua wanya ne nyina no uchemu 10 wakoma nyankopon baako and ye friend titan. Yeah, that is in the biblical concept concerning a Christopher. Na busua titan asemin ena papa yakofam na dwe ho say no, I say asori no ye free na yim ti say bi asori den ke ye honhom sam bi ne woni nyankopon ntem ansam nya, but say the way ade ne kono too much. Abusua asofofo no always talk about titan, they always make mention of Malachi, but enye Malachi nko na your friend is saying titan wo. So the full description of tithe is in Deuteronomy. Men kind out, but mama na personal the amount. Now wow, when you share me all your GD no one kasa could be Bible no what kind. Now what's in the man say so for can air no cry now. In Malachi no it is a feel say I say ya bunya kopon krono. Abusia I na support studios, subscribe, comment, na like it. And the video no is all about titan. So from sama waka I yenso pese dia no yeden etum. Abusia men say ho ne yenko na yenhwe sene titan etie concerning enema bebre. Titan abusia medical yakan Malachi ho baby no ayeda personal me dem wa ko bie Bible no mu na wa kan na hwe say the of so for panyin ka no sa na tie ana ite say. First of all, young Malachi. Oko Malachi, I say my yellow research in such a way saying men kind of animal, but one kasa could be Bible that kind by yourself. Key context and related verses. I say the challenge is okay, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 9. And make hopefully say God asks if a person can rob him. Now will be teaming about the chrono explaining that the people were robbing him by withholding tithe and offerings. I don't just say for Malachi no. You try Malachi I'm saying obi betimi abonyame chrono ana. Express what Malachi say. I say a man for no as a Christopher no entua tithe. So in the concept no omo bonyankopon chrono. What you say? That is Malachi idea no. It's Malachi concerning tithe of Malachi. Baby kitu ebi. I don't know so for catch what I say. Yes, and also for na car to watch. Account to assume say so utia tight because Malachi and Kwan wedding or kaima. Fast forward. Yanto so yanko Deuteronomy. Ehona na me hu say tight na nkasa yeden. Ewo. Na wa fa Bible. Oye Kristo ni fa Bible no ne kan. Ko Deuteronomy verses amede ato screen so nyina. Wa bi ni nyina ne kan na ti ase. O kan Deuteronomy verses where amede egu screen so nyina wi a. Na wa compare Malachi. Na wa dwe ho no ati ase say tight a tight say yan too tight ma asori ana asofofo no mundi ano mo fanya asori adwuma ana as a tight no is meant for you the person or the individual why you adwuma na nyankopon e cho say to tight na mum wa fa sepe wo na ana ase de ebusua yewrem. Yes, Deuteronomy chapter 12 verse 17 to 18. Say it mentions not eating the tithe with your towns, but rather in the presence of the Lord at the place the Lord or God chooses. And which I say Deuteronomy chapter 12 verse 17 to 18 no 18 which I say tithe no enye tithe a wo de koma obi and enye tithe a wo ye you bunemu nyankopon be kire baby akode kodi say bia na kodi sare because it no not tithe is not about money. Now the tithe no is about omo aye adwuma at the end of the year wafudie wo moa a wo yen that is tete no mo ye moa nti moa nko na tete ne ye den ye ne afuo mu adwuma nti na ya afe nti afe ni du a no wayi wo niema no nyina wo kabo ma se enuane na wo ye a enuane wa chemu 10 wayi baako na baako no nyankopon a kire baby afakọ e wo nyame nanim na wakodi sa ade no e de ama wo ho. Yanko Deuteronomy chapter 14 22 to 27 no so fa Bible no ne bie me de empe na poso e na me kirew but ya kan de wa fa Bible na yeden ne bie mu ne kan na ti ase yi na hu se wo beto tight ama sofo e de ahwe na busuafo adi ana se wo beto tight na ma wankasa ho. Deuteronomy 14 chapter 22 to 27 no I say commands a yearly tithe a yearly affect tithe of produce, that is what food here, grain, oil, wine, and firstborn livestock to be eaten in God's presence. And not just a fino, a year with food here, no one, yemwana, wine, and which tena, uyi bakwa. Now the ako baby on Yankopon betcho, not wawakudi. Mind the mark baby and wawakudi. Often commercial, often comobia, wana wuti. Ede ashi Nyankopon ni monyam e wo Nyankopon anim. Sana Deuteronomy chapter 14 22 to 27 here then esia. And was he all sold and now beton and converted to money if the distance is too what great. And now beton wayem one baby Nyankopon che say be fine. Wo kuro bi so na baby Nyankopon che asatete no. Baby a o che say monko na monko di ade no wonim ne kwan wa monton fanyi sika na mon converting fanto ade a wo kra. And wakoma yeden e pese yensa se yeden na wawato na odi ayeden akodi. And Deuteronomy chapter 14 28 to 29 no and so establishes the third year tithe. And it's a what kind Deuteronomy 14 22 to 27 na obeti tithe na see pa nti wa fa Bible na kind. And then the 28 to 29 establishes the third year in fear miensa so at asinti afe no so first afe no eye wo na wo kodi ba wo Nyankopon anim wona wo abusuafo ne onema we friends wadofo ne wo mane ade a na afe no eyi etoso afe etoso miensa no eno no tithe ne kire also known as the tithe for the poor. So in fear miensa de na ye the tithe for the poor oyeni so at as obi an ho kire no. Yes, in Jordan, I just say, as the tithe for the poor, where the produce is stored in local towns for what? Levite, foreigners, orphans, and widows. Into Bible, no, Deuteronomy nature say, I feel so. Namu, we food DNA, wa yamwa no chemu dua. They toso infamy and salmon. I don't know. O de kwam akọ baby akodi Nyankopon che ose kokodia. I don't know. O di bibe me ehiafo enyanka. Eni ahoho na no mumum na obekai enkofo bia na from Levite tete no na ka Levite omo Nyankopon afo so omo de ye cha asase no mo anya bi nto mo nya afu omo nya hwe nto omo de ne de mo no mo aye afu na mo di mo nkai wo mo ma wo bi no mo so ye den endi wankase fa wade ni nyina akoma wo mo ose ma wo bi no mo ye den no mo di those are the Levites. So the Levite no aye omo ano mo che asofo bi te say Aaron asefo no yes because ye Israel busuaku na omo yi abusuaku du bienu na omo yi baako a no mo de asofo di aye den ahye wo mo nsa nto omo ne de omo ndo afu omo nya hwe so de ba enemre mu e be ka se fine Roman fathers ene ada asori for ya omo say omo ye ya asofofo ya omo nya afu nto omo de nyame asem kwa no mo ka nto omo de no oh yeah udi ano aka wo mo ye mre mu kra no we are still doing it ukon kurase a asofo ni bi koye asori wo kurase a omo mkita pick up omo mkita asori atoto kasa mo ko nkurase a omo ba nkurase fo ne de mponchi nkokọ enuane body banche body de ma wo mo. It's a form of tithe. It is same as tithe. It's the same as tithe. But I say, in this era, you are converting Bibia from a Diana in Sika. And now, can Deuteronomy chapter 26, young 12 to 13 as well. 12 to 13 also outlines the declaration of obedience made in the third year. So what I say, declaration of obedience, like yeah, city amen yankopon say in the third year no, what be an ya woody no. Obechi bia maybe aso ahohofo so ekunafo your friend say ahohwo. So what you say, sana adenete confirming the third was given to the Levite and the vulnerable. So in fulfillment, what kind of Deuteronomy here? Deuteronomy tithing or Deuteronomy, and then elaborate the real meaning of tithing, and on as of one in country. Yes, I don't know as of one in a day and kind. Said them there are two screens, as of one in a day and control. So Deuteronomy had the real elaboration of tithing. Tithing is meant for you, the person, not for a pastor, not for a church. The church is doing this just to get money to finance church activities. That is the only thing. So tithe is the same as tax. When it comes to government, and if you are a worker, we are more, tax. The same thing no matter translated here about tithing. But tithing in biblical context, in olden days, no, yet monthly, yearly. I feeling in a do na what do wafu na bano. Nenu mum watch you 10 now the be. Asa question yamien when mum the betro beer, munko shia as a cool for. Na mundi or no yanko woni parana woody, on farmer woki. That is tithing. So if now we are being brainwashed to believe that so when you are tight and yankopon shirawa, it's never true. I am true. Yeah, I'm not condemning anybody. We are just trying to say, yeah, ma will be brainwashing. And my young fire sika kakra wa ye no. Wasika kakra wenya no. Na de akoma sofo ne asore say adenya wo tu tight am yankopon. Tie, wo hwe video na, papa ne kan sem bi. O say tight na wo de ba no. Sa wo de ba, na say ye check ideally. Waketu ya wo je me fa so je aketu 100 cedis a month. Now say a month, 10% of 100 cedis, your friend is 10 cedis. It is a 10 cedis is all the ba. Now we shall be a baby yare and now say, baby needy, and now 10 cedis no crowd, you know, the bear 5 cedis and us 8 cedis bar. You are not tightened because it's not the real 1/10 of your salary of 100 cedis. No, I don't know the BB can name one tighting. Name them say, what the bar, let's say be a 10 cedis. Now, oh, yeah, 12 cedis bro 1/10 no so dia you okay eno dia wo ka chi nyankopon se nyame de wa ya ma mani so enti me to tight na mana bro so. This is the teachings ye de ma ye ma me fonom ne ye nuanom a ye ba na people are frustrated. Obi nya adwuma papa bia obi adwuma de obi di kura heading but ye de hye ne consistency on ye den on tight ma nyankopon me kan say we there are so many churches they don't pay tithe. There are so many churches they don't pay tithe, but they are rich. They are just almost they are not poor. So if you catch or say tithe won't you enter down won't mean see it's never true. I am true. Tithe won't you enter a car won't mean tobia it's never true. I am true. Ebusia young condemn will be but you are trying to change the narrative and throw me church in your channel. Now in this era, no, you whoever you are, you believe in yourself. Say, be with the right mindset, and you can achieve it. You don't need say nyankopon ne ba be shiraw ansa na wa achieve it. Mind you, nyame wo ho no obi anim no. Ene nyankopon fa taxi bia ma obi a say, wo yesi ma me ansa na me shiraw. God is not transactional. Whoever tells you God is transactional is never true because the God that you no onye transactional. Yen fa say ni power we o papa awo aba asasi so o papa na also your school fees o papa na also den o to atade de ma na say o papa ka kire o say o school fees na edu na also otua no wo akwara no koto pizza man ndi pe bibi ma no ansa na wo tua school fees na ma in the form of o shira wa so wo twin sa asem ho a wa wo dwen ho a e te o say I say entasum. Yes, God is like a father to you. God doesn't need anything from you before he will bless you. It's never true. So believe in yourself. Say whatever thing that you are doing, with the right mindset, you will definitely achieve it. So person will sit down, or person will talk, or better will be sit down, and yet tight, and a bema will sit down. No. So if you are watching me right now head the course where you're sorry now medical can say you're sorry no I don't know their purpose now of late. Yes, I don't know their purpose now of late because at the end of the day, I say it's all about the money. All about the money. But they are not creating job availability for anybody. They are rather building prisons. Until who could you tight? I got your offering. I saw in this car, I see prison. I would do one year the work or two. No matter be preach actual. That is the recycling the year wedding. And that's upon serious. We are not here to condemn anybody. We are not here to condemn anybody's belief. But where you mean to muka cry. Believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, and know that you don't need any external kind of blessing from anybody before you can be successful. And that's upon studio. So when you content we want, subscribe it, comment and like it. Not the biano, you be say if you say be say anything, Eddie bro. Now also I'm when you daho. If you say oh Bob Brano, no one bundi na some to your church will never be there for you. I'm telling you. I had an answer upon studios. Share me that for Macram.